Hey everybody, so why should we have scripted dialogue in our offices when it comes to greetings over the phone, when it comes to the optical sales staff member or optician with the patient? Is it important to have scripted dialogue versus just normal conversation? Well, when I travel around and speak with clients, optometric offices and their staff, there's a wide variety of conversations that I have with the staff. I can tell you that in the Northeast, very, very different than speaking with someone in the South. Just kind of generalizing, but overall, those in the South have a little bit of a better, softer, bedside manner, conversation. It's just more warm-hearted, if you want to say, than in the Northeast. Now, that's not everybody, but in general, I find that a lot. So, our normal conversations, when you try to cross that over into your practice, doesn't come across the right way sometimes. Down to little things. We tend to say things like "no problem," where really we should be saying "my pleasure." Why do we say, especially in the Northeast, it happens all the time, where people say, "Oh, no problem." Well, why do you assume that there would be a problem to begin with? So, replacing these little phrases can be huge as far as the overall customer service goes. So I highly recommend going into your practice, picking up the phone and calling your own office and see how your staff members answer the phone. Do they talk super fast? Can you even hear what your staff member's name is? They have no idea how fast they're speaking because they're speaking in their normal conversation. And what needs to be implemented and what your staff needs to understand is that conversation needs to be different in a business versus if you're just outside talking to your friends or your family. So come up with scripted dialogues. Do role playing when it's greeting over the phone, or whether it's in your optical and your staff is dealing with patients. You need to do this role playing and this scripting because you won't believe some of the things that are said to patients. You wouldn't believe it. I know some of you think, well, scripting isn't real, isn't genuine. And that's not true. You make it genuine. It could be absolutely genuine. It just needs to be learned. This type of speaking needs to be learned just like anything else. To be polite, I need to teach my children how to be polite. They don't know how to be polite. They don't know that. They don't know how to say things in certain ways, and as they get older, they're great kids, but I don't need them to be great kids anymore. I need them to be great adults, and that's what I'm trying to teach them. So any type of conversation in your practice really needs to be scrutinized. You need to pick it apart and figure out how you would like to say certain things. Even as small as please and thank you. You wouldn't believe how many practices don't say please and thank you. Actually, there was some research done on Chick-fil-A and why they're so successful, and it's because they say please and thank you. Something as simple as that. So, docs, walk around your office. Call your office. Sit in and just kind of hang out in your optical and see what your staff is saying. and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then you have to implement the change. So that takes literally writing down scripts and going from there and practicing them. And again, role playing. Have one of your staff members be a patient and the other one being the optician. And go back and forth that way. This will create a huge bump in your customer service, just that alone. So hopefully that was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.